Ready to make a difference? This is the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce podcast, where we connect you with the stories behind our local businesses.
Welcome to the Palm Harbor Chamber podcast. I am your host, Kert Rhodes, and today we have Marisa.
Yes.
We have Matthew from the Palm Harbor Library. And guess what? They have matching shirts.
That's right. Well, yeah, and you got the memo too. It's just kind of a mustard and shallot-ish almost.
Something like that. So let's dive in. Let's talk about the Palm Harbor Library.
Let's do it. I mean, we had kind of humble beginnings back in 1978 and moved into our current space in 1988.
Okay.
Actually, after a brief stint over at Whitechapel and Harbor Hall.
Yeah.
And we've been there ever since, gone through some expansions, some renovations, but it's a library that is approaching, in just a couple of years, will be 50 years old.
And it's beautiful inside.
Yeah.
It really is. Give everybody the address real quick.
It is 2330 Nebraska Avenue in Palm Harbor.
Awesome.
Next to the Sprouts.
Right.
Next to the Sprouts.
And real quick, if those that are listening at home, we actually have our community for commerce.
That's right.
Or is it Coffee for Commerce?
Coffee for Commerce.
I actually wrote it down.
You
It's
read it?
it's
Do you get your
Chamber of
notes?
Commerce Community Coffee Hour.
Right.
It's gone through a few days.
We have changed it so many
exactly.
different times, but yes, for those that are listening at home, we always have it the first Thursday of every month at the Palm Harbor Library from 7:30 to 9. We talk about everything that's happening with the library. Our dignitaries are there, law enforcement, fire department, Palm Harbor Commissioner. So we're talking
oftentimes
about a lot of different moving parts that are happening right in our community. I think that's why a lot of people actually show up, because they want to find out what's going on, or they have a beef. They want to have a question. They want to talk about what's going on, like some construction stuff like that. So
yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I mean,
Yes.
So Commissioner Eggers is often there. We oftentimes have folks from the sheriffs and the fire chief, and but libraries really have been for really forever, but especially in the last probably 30-40 years, really community centric. And there's a lot of things happening under the roof that are not just sort of the traditional transactions, whether it be books and reading or other kinds of entertainment.
And that's what I want to talk about, is how diversified the Palm Harbor Library really is. Because a lot of people think library card, book, so much more. Take it away.
Well, and we still do have quite a few books. We have well over 90,000 books and other items that you can check out. So don't think that that's going away. That's always kind of a central part of our mission. But yeah, there's so much more.
Well, I mean, the Palm Harbor Library is very unique. I think that we've got such a rich history, and we have so many dynamic things. People don't realize the library is so much more than books. You got streaming, but what you want isn't on streaming. You don't have to buy another streaming service. Come and see if we have it for loan. You're talking puzzles. Post-COVID, the puzzle collection has exploded, as you might imagine. But audiobooks, you've got your ebooks and your e-audio. You're using your apps. Your library card gives you access to apps where you get free content. I stream stuff for free on my TV with the library. So we've got so much that people just don't know.
Streaming is so big now, and
It is, yeah.
But it's amazing how many people don't know about it.
Yeah.
And
you can stream through the Palm Harbor Library.
And exactly, and you sometimes we nickel and dime ourselves, and all of a sudden we're paying so much for those monthly subscription services. And so to be specific about some of the things Marisa's talking about online, even those folks who use I'm forgetting the name of the ebooks that people often use.
Libby.
Libby is their
There's
service.
Libby, there's Hoopla, there's Cloud Library.
Yeah, so like Hoopla and...
you're thinking of the Amazon one.
The Kindle, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can get like a Kindle edition through our Libby app if you actually are using a Kindle and you're not having to pay for those books. But things like Canopy, we actually have streaming video just like Netflix, but with a really broad swath of choices. And Hoopla is a bunch of things. It's ebooks and audiobooks, but it's also TV and music, streaming music and streaming video. I mean, that's just a few
free.
things. Yeah, just for free, no big deal. Yeah.
I drive by the library probably 5 times a week. You have a large parking lot.
We do.
There's a lot of cars in there.
There are.
So, again, people are not just checking out books like everybody thinks that library is, and you kind of have kind of gave us an idea of what you guys do. So talk a little bit more. I know you have this little pamphlet in front of you.
Yeah.
Let's dive into that a little bit more because I kind of had my eyes on it before.
Absolutely. We started doing, well, we've always had printed materials and online materials to advertise the programming and activities that happen under our roof, and they really are for all ages. People do tend to think of libraries as just for kids, and with our youth services librarian here, I can say there's a huge number of things for kids.
absolutely.
But it really is like an all ages thing where you have older kids, teens, what we might call new adults or young adults in their 20s before they're having families, and of course for adults and seniors as well. We try to cover, it runs the gamut.
Cover the whole gamut. I was going to say, yeah.
But we recently started consolidating most of those programs and activities into a printed guide, which we release a few times a year.
Okay.
Usually covers 2 to 3 months. And so this is our one as we're recording. I don't know if that's okay to mention. We're recording in February, but we're going to have these all throughout the year. So it's easy. It's easy to stop by, grab the guide, figure out what's going on.
Right. Can they get that guide online?
The guide, no,
The
but
the calendar.
the
is
calendar,
yeah.
Yeah.
the calendar
You
is
can-
there, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can peek ahead
So they can
to
go to
what's happening over here.
palmharborlibrary.org and they can find out what's happening,
Click
say
on
whatever
events.
month we're in.
That's right.
Yep.
They can find out all the events, what time they start, who's going to be there.
For
If they
example,
need sign up,
Sign
some
up.
things do need
yeah,
sign up.
Okay.
yeah. So even though we do have a nice sized building, a nice sized parking lot, it's always full, but we also, we fill up quite a bit. And so
Yeah.
sometimes it is important to get that registration so you can guarantee your spot. We do have to turn people away occasionally, even for all these free things. But one thing I'll mention we have coming up that's special, besides summer reading, which we'll get into in a minute, but all this year we're doing America 250 events, activities,
okay.
and projects. And so the one coming up in early June, I'll mention we're doing in partnership with the museum, Palm Harbor Museum. It's going to be on June 3rd, and we applied for and were able to get curated clips from the new Ken Burns documentary American Revolution.
Okay.
And
good.
so the museum is helping us screen those, do some discussions, some exhibitions, and it's a great, kind of way to peek into our country's history while also celebrating with our local history institution. So that'll be on June 3rd, and it will definitely be in the guide and on our online. Actually, it's already on our online calendar.
Good.
And to check out all those America 250 events, you can go to palmharborlibrary.org/America 250.
Okay. So, how many employees do you guys employ at the Palm Harbor Library? Now, if you want to combine those as volunteers as well, I'm just curious.
Well, we could talk about them
I bet
separately.
you it's a
I
big
think.
number.
Yeah.
So for employees, we have 26, including ourselves.
Okay.
Amazing, talented, creative, smart individuals dedicated to serving the community. And we try to kind of look for that talent and bring them in so that people are able to enjoy different things over time. And then volunteers, I don't know what the count is,
Oh
but
my gosh, it's got to be about 100 at least. Teens,
Yeah, it's
adults,
well over 100,
and
yeah.
the library has a special history with volunteers. We were basically volunteer founded because Palm Harbor did not have a library at the time. Our founder thought kids needed access in the summer to materials without having to drive every which way. And so I know at one time we had the highest number of volunteers in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
May or may not still be true, but it's just they really keep the place running. They do a lot to help us, and it's a win-win because it provides such an enriched experience for them to get out, socialize, work with us. Teens get their volunteer hours. For
Volunteers
Bright
are the
Futures.
core.
for Bright
Yeah.
They
Futures.
are. They
yeah.
really are. They're out there. They say, "How can I help the Palm Harbor Library?"
Yeah.
And you say, "Hey, I want you to do X, Y, and Z," and they will do it.
Yeah.
Because they know it's good for the community. It's good
Yeah.
for the Palm Harbor Library.
I mean,
It's a win-win,
they
right?
say libraries are like the last free place that you can go, and you're not expected to buy coffee.
Okay.
You don't even have to buy. We have coffee. You're not expected to buy it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Little tidbit there. So to my left and the left of Marisa, I have these puppets that are staring at me.
Props.
You may not be able to see them on the camera.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring those in. I know you brought.
And I'll
these
play a little
props.
music.
Oh, he's gonna play some music. That's
That's a little intro for you.
Yeah. So we have as we mentioned, many collections that people don't know about at the library. And one collection that's near and dear to our hearts is our adaptive toy collection. It was started by Lois E&L. I want to say 2003 thereabouts. And this is a collection for individuals with different needs, kids, adults, anybody that maybe has limited mobility or sensory issues or those kinds of things. We loan these out. And it's wonderful because these are very cost prohibitive items. And you don't know if you like it until you can try it. So that was the intention behind this collection. We've had lots of community support to grow it over the years. And this is an example here. This is our Swing and Sing Olaf. And it
Should we let Kurt press the button?
Oh yeah, you want to press the button.
Oh, boy.
So this is called a capability switch.
Okay.
This is for if,
I think
like,
I'm
let's
capable.
say, well, the thing
Let's
is,
find out.
like, let's say though that your child that has mobility issues,
Right.
this encourages you
right.
to do the motion,
Okay.
and you get rewarded by give it a try.
It had to be the song. Yeah.
It had to be the song.
Right.
But appropriately, he's singing
In
Summer, right? Summer.
Yeah.
Wow,
so-
you get some vocals on you. Wow, good for you.
I do story time every week. But yes, Olaf is like just an example of one of the many different tools we have. That one's more for like limited mobility, but they've made a huge difference in people's lives. We have a pediatric positioner for early intervention for kids that we loan out. Just things that can really, really help the community. We hope.
That was fun to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think more importantly is our audience can understand a little bit more about what the Palm Harbor Library has to offer.
Yeah.
Because that's very important. Like you said, we're going through a lot of different things here in this podcast, but that's why I wanted to bring you guys in, because you guys have so many tools, and a lot of people don't understand all the tools.
Yeah,
And it's nice for you guys to explain to them all the tools.
I think the podcast is really great because you're really getting to explore all the different facets, skills and entrepreneurial spirit that really exists here in the community. And we kind of have that same kind of spirit. It's just that we're a nonprofit, and so we do it, approach it in sort of a different way. But it's still the same kind of thing, and that's why we feel so kind of lucky to be part of the community, because that energy really feeds into it. And we are thinking about what is that unmet need. What is something that is not being either not being provided for people who can't afford it, or just not being provided at all. And so that's where if we have the resources and the abilities, and in the case of adaptive toys, it's way almost ahead of its time, having been around for 23 years.
Yeah.
Well, what's an added bonus, in my opinion, is the outside of the Palm Harbor Palm Harbor Library. You have all those kids are out there playing with all the little games and what have you. So just harp on that just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because again, it's another added bonus to the Palm Harbor Library.
It was, I want to say, really, we had plans to kind of revamp that garden area for a long time, but when COVID hit, it was put to the forefront. That and our drive-through window, those two things really we pushed to happen fast. We had a volunteer, Dorothy Greenstreet. We have used the funds that she left for us to create the Dorothy Greenstreet musical garden.
Okay.
So what you're seeing are kids playing instruments out in the garden.
Yes.
They're special instruments from a company called Percussion Play, and just another way that Palm Harbor Library supports the arts. I think being in Palm Harbor, not having, an arts district as much as some of the other surrounding areas, we've kind of taken that to heart about the importance of the arts and the ways that we can support it, whether it's through the musical garden or our children's makerspace or our events that get people hands-on creating, because it's just something, technology is wonderful. Our kids, they just need to get their hands in
Yeah,
some
but
of
at least the outside, again, I drive by there 5 times a week, and it's nice to see families.
Yeah.
The mom with the stroller and the husband with the kid in his hand, and they sit down there starting to, walk around, run around, playing all the different instruments, and the interaction.
Yeah.
Cause
Well, I mean,
in today's world, you don't see that as much
You see a lot
outdoors.
of a lot of this,
right? A lot of that on the phone, the
Uh-huh.
computers. Everybody's indoors. You don't know what's going on. Now you're seeing that type of an avenue for, and they don't even have to be part of the library. They can just be outside and doing their.
It's a
Doing their
beautiful
own
reading
thing out
garden,
there.
and we were lucky. There's a certain certification we have through the Master Gardeners program. Like all of our plants are
Florida
Florida
native,
native,
yeah.
so it's a beautiful space.
Yeah.
You know, even just bring her lunch.
But
you know?
also safe. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure you probably have to go to kind of the logistics of, all right, if we're gonna build something out here, we kind of have to make it almost adult proof,
Right.
for the most part. So it's just nice to see that interaction with the family. It really is.
I think you bring up a good point, which is that, it's important, in this world to have places where individuals and families and, business teams can all go to discuss, to play, to work,
It's kind of like a sanctuary.
to learn.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to accomplish, that work, that learn, work, play sort of motto.
Yeah.
And arts is essential. Actually, is actually shouted out in our mission statement, like Marisa said. In addition to the things she mentioned, we have 2 dedicated art exhibition spaces, which we rotate every month. There's a lot of talent in this community, and we really try to showcase it as best we can.
Good for you.
And so that's one thing you can always look forward to. If you haven't been there in a month or two, you can come back and see something new.
Yeah. So I see you have some other characters. I see you got some books over there.
Well, let me show you.
I see a water jug with a whole bunch of stickers
Oh, that's
on it.
my personal baby.
Oh,
this
that's
is my
right,
emotional
that's right.
support water jug. Someone gave me
right.
that.
So you got a book in your hand?
I'll show you this book. So you might say, "Oh, library book, right? Llama Llama Red Pajama Classic." But something that we loan out because I mentioned audiobooks. The thing is, do you have a CD player in your car, Kurt?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
exactly. Right? I know they just went away. So the idea
Too
with
quickly,
this,
though.
yeah, I agree. The idea with this product, the library is investing some of its, the majority of its audiobook money in this kind of thing, and this is called a Wonder Book. So this book has a built-in audio player here. And the thing is, so kids can read the book, and then they can read along.
Okay.
If you want to listen to this book, slide the mode switch
Okay.
to
That's right.
Right.
So it's all in one. You don't
All
need
in one,
need
yeah.
anything else. Yeah.
These are fantastic. They're hugely popular. Kids, it supports the literacy element because they can read along if they'd like, or if they just want to listen to it, just listen to it. There's
they
a
can
spot
check
for
that
headphones.
out at the library.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we have a little collection
I'm
of
sure-
these guys, which are
I'm sure the mom and pops probably love that for the kids.
yeah, they're really nice. So that's
Yeah.
one thing. You want to get your drum
Oh,
out?
sure.
Oh, there goes the drum again.
That's right. Remind me the name of this again?
This is an ashiko drum or a djembe.
Shikro?
Ashiko or djembe. Sometimes they're called
Okay.
one
Yeah.
or the other. This was
Boy, I am
donated by Giving
learning
Tree
so
Music.
much today.
Yeah, Giving
love
Tree,
it.
Giving Tree Music, who's been out to do programming with us
Yeah.
before. They're fantastic, and this is just one of many, many instruments that we have as part of our library of things, which are actually non-traditional items that you can check out and take home with you.
Right,
So
such
this-
as those adaptive toys, for
Yeah.
instance. Or,
So this we have. I always said to Marisa, we're gonna bring the keyboard, and you're like, I don't think there's gonna be room for that. It's a big.
we
big
knocked the
keyboard.
microphones
That's right,
over.
yeah.
Probably
They're
get it
huge.
somehow, some way.
That's
so
right.
I don't-
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
But yeah, keyboard, violin, ukuleles. And
Yeah, most of the libraries now in Pinellas County have ukuleles.
That's
We've
right.
taken it a step further and added a bunch of different instruments from the Meltzer musical
I
instrument
think
collection.
you brought that
so
out a few months ago
Very possible.
at our Coffee for Commerce.
wow.
I know that we have.
Okay.
Could have been. Could have
Yeah.
been. This is like a drum circle drum.
No,
but,
the
you know.
ukulele.
Oh, the ukulele. Yeah.
Okay.
I think one of your associates brought that out. I'm
Maybe
almost positive.
I was gonna think Allison would be the one.
She's
I
a
was thinking
musician,
of.
so,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Maybe that was her. Very interesting.
But things like that that are available for loan just make us really unique.
Awesome.
We also have
Really unique.
we also have these big kits here that we make in house. These are called our STEAM kits. This is great for the homeschooling population, but it's just great for enrichment anytime. These kits librarians choose what goes inside. This is our paleontology kit. More on that later.
That's right.
But
it's a tie into summer reading. We'll talk about.
each kit comes with a binder, tells you a little bit about them, everything that's included, and different materials. This one's got real fossils. This one is pretty cool because it comes with a fossil identification lab. We give you a fossil that you can
my
dig
gosh.
out, and we replace it when you bring it back.
Folks, look at this. Come on.
gonna say,
if I can grab it.
what
Look at
more
that.
can you ask
Dinosaur bingo.
That's right,
Very
baby.
interesting.
That's right.
But yeah,
cool.
lots of different things.
Yeah.
You know, we have various kits. Some art kits. Some astronomy comes with a telescope. You've got microscopic life that comes with a microscope. You know, things that you just don't want to have to buy. You know, like
right.
that's what the library
They're
is
really,
there for.
yeah, they're
you
really
know?
curated.
Yeah.
And so STEAM, you know, that science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, you would try to
You guys
really
are more
cover those different
diversified than I
aspects.
thought you were. So I'm kind of in awe, like the different things you have.
Well, and we had
different
limited
services and what have you.
space, and so it'd be good to mention some of the other things. We have a seed library. You're not really checking out the seeds to return them, but you actually can check them out and plant different fruits, vegetables, and plants with them, as well as our relatively new camera collection. So we have both film and digital cameras available, along with an annual photography contest.
Everything from A to Z except
Yeah.
K, the keyboard.
Oh,
Didn't
so
bring
next
the
time.
keyboard.
Next time, and I'll play you something next time. Yeah.
So let's kind of transition. Let's talk about your experience with the chamber. You know, why did the Palm Harbor Library join the chamber? Because we have kind of similar parallels, right? We're about the community, you're about the community, so let's talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important. You know, we're dedicated to serving the community, making sure that whatever resources we have are fully taken care of. And so it's important to it's a two-way street. We need to learn about what's happening in the community, both from businesses and individuals and families and our elected officials, as well as making sure we're communicating out what's happening, what's important, what's new, what's unique, what might be beneficial.
Right.
And so I recently wrote I do a monthly column for our library, and recently wrote one focusing on business resources, talking about some of the databases that we have that serve businesses, and promoting the chamber breakfast. And so for us, it's just a no-brainer, you know, to be connected, to be a member of this group, so that we can learn, and so that we can share out, you know, what's going to most benefit the people we're serving.
Yeah. I was gonna say I've been a member for the chamber since 2018, so almost 8 years in April, and I think in all those 8 years that we've had our Coffee for Commerce at the Palm Harbor Library, always on the first Thursday of every month. I don't remember being anywhere else.
No,
And that's kudos to you guys.
I think
Because
that
you
was-
opened your doors, you let us in. I mean, you guys understand we're all about community.
Yeah.
And that's great. It's great to have this parallels.
It's our privilege. We love that you all are there, and we hope that continues forever.
Absolutely.
I think that started, I want to say 2001 probably, actually, because our previous director, he felt very strongly that, you know, we needed to make those connections.
Yeah.
And to stay relevant, to stay in the know for everybody, you know. It's just the best
I agree.
situation.
I agree. So lastly, the audience that's listening, they may be new members, they may be not a member, they may be a very experienced member, but why do you think, for those that are not a member, why do you think they should become a Palm Harbor Chamber member?
A Palm Harbor Chamber member.
Why do you think so?
For the same reasons we just listed, because I think, life can be very transactional.
Okay.
We get into our routines where sometimes we're struggling to make ends meet, or we're struggling just to get everything done. Everything always feels so busy. And what I think the chamber provides, and I can especially say from the meeting or the coffee hour that we have at the library, it's a chance to get outside your bubble. It's a chance to learn about what other places are doing. Sometimes you'll have competitors in the same room, and I think that's a very nice thing.
Yeah. Right.
But you get to know a little bit more about that community that you're trying to, appeal to, sell to, be successful for, and successful with. And so to me, I think it's again, I'd say it's a no-brainer for us. I think it's a no-brainer for a new business opening up.
Yep.
Join the chamber, because you're going to get a chance to not only network and learn a little bit, but it's also a way to just pause for a moment. And whether you're going to our coffee hour or one of the networking events or lunches or one of the bigger events that the chamber hosts, it's a way to just pause the normal transactional day, the transactional week. Give yourself a little bit of a break and be connected with really great, really fun, interesting people who are doing great things for our town.
Right. I mean, I will second that, but also the amount of resources that surround you, the people in the room. Maybe it's what I love is the first timers. Oh, hi, I'm so and so. This is my first time here, and everybody claps.
That's right.
But then they start to learn all the big people around them. Maybe how they could probably help that person, or I'd love to do business with that person. But also listen to the dignitaries, listen to more about what's happening at the Palm Harbor Library, all the events that are coming up. So I think resources are very important. Yes, they're trying to build their business and make more money, but also build relationships, but understand those resources are right at your fingertips.
That's right.
It's like post-COVID, everything so
Yeah.
much is online. This is a chance to meet in person,
Right.
Because there's
IRL.
nothing compares to that.
IRL in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, COVID has changed a lot for good and bad, but I think the good, I think people are really starting to come out and go, you know what, I need to understand my resources. I need to understand what Marisa and Matthew do at the Palm Harbor Library, and so on.
And I'll share just one more thing,
Yes.
because I think by the time this drops, this should be up and running. We're actually launching a page on our website for people to share their experiences at the library. We'd love to hear more from the community. And it's just going to be on our website, palmharborlibrary.org/story. You want to hear about people's stories and how they've, how they fared there.
Okay, I think we're going to experience something right now because Marissa's got something. I think she's going to put it on her
Uh-oh.
hand. Go ahead. Okay,
For summer.
she's the
Summer
dinosaur.
reading, baby. This year's summer reading theme is Unearth a Story, which
I
means
love
a
it.
lot of dinosaurs. You come see us for all
right.
your
Tyrannosaurus
summer reading
Rex,
goals.
Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus. Yes, I used to love
Velociraptor.
dinosaurs.
Yeah,
back in the
we'll
day.
help you at the library, but we'll be doing it like this, with the T-Rex.
Tiny
T-Rex.
arms,
Yes.
yes, the tiny arms. But
Well, Marisa, Matthew, palmharborlibrary.org. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Again, folks, they have matching shirts. Take the dinosaur away. That's Marisa. This is Matthew from the Palm Harbor Library. Thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it.
thank you.
Awesome.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Palm Harbor Chamber newsletter for updates and the next episode. A big thank you to our trustees for their incredible support. This podcast was produced by ABS Photo and Video.